Hey, everybody. I'm so glad that you joined us tonight. And we are coming live at the church.
That's right.
Just come out of Bible study and praise and worship practice. But we have a word for you tonight. It's called Press Between the Pages. And this all started with Jason, one of our youth, brought me a 4-leaf clover that he was picking. He was pulling weeds one day, brought this 4-leaf clover, and he said, you know what, I thought you might want to do a broadcast about this. So I pressed it between the pages.
Look at that.
And it's a 4-leaf clover, but I want you, if you would, to meet Alex. Send Alex up some hearts.
Yes.
Alex McGill, and of course, you know, Santana, and of course, Jasmine. But just pulled these guys up spontaneously as soon as they walked out of class tonight, and they're game for it. So we're going to learn something about the Lord today and about a word for you. So when I say it's pressed between the pages, well, I didn't realize it, but it says, the book says loving God. Sometimes you can feel like you're pressed between the pages, you know, and it's like you know, it's
stuck almost.
You're stuck. It's like what used to be.
Maybe faded,
wilted. You know, and there was a song that says, if I had no bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. I mean, 4-leaf clover, because that's the way we have felt. Like, I'm stuck here and I want to move on to the next chapter. But I mean, it seems like it's endless, or, you know, I'm just stuck. So I want to talk to Santana first. Santana, have you felt stuck in your life? And I mean, we know he's a new convert, actually a couple months.
February 20th.
February the 20th.
Yep.
So tell me when you felt stuck and you were pressed between the pages.
I was stuck in a rut for years.
Wow.
And February the 20th, God put out his tow line and pulled me out.
I love that. God pulled out his tow line and pulled you out.
Yep.
Were you oppressed? You come to a place where you were depressed?
I was depressed for sure.
Means to be pressed and crushed. So tell me a little bit about that.
No, well, like I said in the other devotions, you know, I would just go home and just be by myself. And I didn't really want to be around nobody. And that's not good.
Right.
You know, being alone is bad. Devil works his most when you're by yourself. And I've come here and I've got a new church family.
That's right.
We meet regularly now.
Yes.
And have dinners, and things are just so much better. A lot better.
They are. Well, let's go into the word. 2 Corinthians 4:8-9 says,
We are hard pressed on every side, yet not crushed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Struck down, but not destroyed.
So from that, I want to go to Alex. Alex, I just met you, Alex, right? I mean, just maybe in passing of maybe a year or something ago. But Alex, you're military, right? How many years?
Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps for 5 years.
Wow.
Marine Corps for 5 years, and just speak. I know you speak really loud. Did you?
I can shout it if you want.
Okay, shout it. Were you a sergeant or?
Yeah, I was actually a sergeant in the Marine
Wow.
Okay, give me an example of you getting your men in line.
Corps. Oh well, I mean, there's a thousand times that's happened, but you know, we definitely had situations where we had to go ahead and get everybody formed up and moving quickly from point A to point B.
So tell me what you would say. I mean, just give me a rundown, then I'm going to go into your life a little bit. Okay, like, all right, man. I mean, just give me an example.
Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you would definitely try to raise your voice, speak loudly.
Let me hear you.
What, you want to hear me?
Yeah.
Get it, buddy, get it.
Get us in line.
All right, Marines, forward.
Woo!
That's good. That'd work.
That's really good. Okay,
Listening.
so Alex, I want you to tell me though, talking about the press, was there ever a situation where it's like, is this page ever going to turn in my life? Give me an example.
Absolutely. No, I really think that, one time that stands out to me was, when you're getting out of the Marine Corps, one of the things that they make you do is go into a holding platoon, and you got to stay there for time and time and time again while they process all your paperwork. They don't just let you go straight home.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so while you're sitting there, you have all these plans. You're going to get back, see your family. You're going to go start a new life. But instead, you're trapped on North Carolina, and they keep you there.
Can't come home.
Keep you there in holding, and you can't come home, and you can't leave until they sign off your DD 214, which is your exit document. And then they come in, and with like one stroke of a pen, they sign your name, and you can go home.
Oh, come on, that's so good. That's
one
so
of those things that while you're sitting there, everybody is looking forward to not being there. So there's a lot of despair in the air. There's a gloom, and that once that day comes, they call your name. Hey, we're gonna come down here and sign this document. I mean, you leave your body. You leave your body. You're out of the Marine Corps. You can grow your beard and nasty hair.
What, you leave your what?
You can grow a beard. It's nasty hair. You can do all those things that I've done.
Out of your body.
And that's your freedom chip. So it's a
cool.
big deal.
That's really good. Did you ever get in a situation where it was, where your life was on the line?
Well, yeah, we definitely we heard a few, but yeah, it's
God preserved you though, didn't he?
Yes.
He protected you.
Wow.
Well, 2 Corinthians 4:16-17.
Therefore, we do not lose heart, even though our outward man is perishing, yet the inward man is being renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, is working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
And so, while we've been talking, we're going to talk about the author's pen. I love when you said that.
Perfect.
Okay, so these are fresh 4-leaf clovers, and it's 1 in 10,000 that you'll find them. And Jason is here. He's found several of them.
Yes.
But that's the freshness. And when he's saying, look, though the outward man perish, the inward man is renewed day by day. And so I thought about, Rick preached a message years ago called The Power of the Author's Pen, that you can be in a chapter and it's like, I'm just stuck here.
Right.
But one stroke of the author's pen and he can change it and turn that page and rewrite another chapter. So you're not always going to be where you feel you are right now. And so Hebrews 12:2, Alex, if you'll read this.
Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God.
He's the author and the finisher of our faith.
Right.
So you don't have to be, discouraged or feel like, I'm just stuck here. I'm wilting. I'm dried out. He's just saying, look, I'm bringing new life to you. Just hold on. That page is getting ready to turn. And Santana, I want to ask you, again, that page has turned in your life. So tell him, give him an overview of what God has done in your life and how it's a whole new chapter.
Yeah.
My relationships at work and everything have improved.
Wow.
The people, I feel more enjoyment just in regular everyday things now. Where before I was kind of just felt like a cloud was just hovering over me all the time. There's some sunshine now.
Wow.
That's good.
It's good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Alex, one more time, I want you to express where you're at now and what you're feeling. Is it a new chapter for you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
No, really. I was always wanted to, when I be in the military, join the Marine Corps, and then when you're in there, sometimes you want to get out. And so, after a little bit of that experience, you decided that you've done your, you had done what you were called to do, you'd done your service, but it was ready for that next chapter. And without that, that signature, without that DD-214, you're in isolation. You're standing there.
Wow.
You're in between one phase of your life and the next.
Wow.
Yeah.
And once that moment happens, the next day I flew in. I got back in St. Louis 2:00 in the morning, and I was at work at 7:00 the next
Wow.
day. So
Wow.
It's quick.
the timing was perfect. So it meant that I was able to at least make it for my first date and start that new phase.
Oh, wow.
And, that career has led me to all sorts of amazing things.
What about your life for God now? Where's your heart? I know this is a whole new chapter too of just, being able to be able to seek the Lord, come to church.
Right, yeah,
really
when
it's open. So tell us about your life for God and where you're at.
Yeah, for me, a moment that kind of transitioned me from one phase of my life to another is, I was raised in church. I always have believed in God,
Right.
but I never had that intimate relationship with Him. And then going through the story of David, I was listening to a pastor's sermon, a series on it. I saw a lot of the problems that David had run into, the pitfalls that he had fallen into, and I realized that he was able to, rise up and come out over on that other side.
Wow.
So, going through the story of David was really a life-changing thing for me because, he was someone that, of all of David's failings, the one thing that he did not fail at was loving God and having that relationship.
Wow.
Constantly calling out to Him and driving deeper with Him.
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful. Again, that's what this book says, that I
right,
press
loving
that
God.
clover in between loving God, and that's what it's all about. Alex, would you lead us in prayer today?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity for us to get together and dive deeper into your word and practice worshiping you. It's been an unbelievable blessing to do that in a place where we're so free to do so, in a place where we're able to do so with so many of those that just have a real love and passion for you in their lives. And so, it's an honor to be part of that. It's an honor to speak to everyone out there tonight. If there's anybody in that situation that's looking for that new phase, that's looking for God to step in and, move them on to that next phase of their life, shed some of the baggage that they've had, we would encourage them to take that. And please reach out to them and allow them to make that step, because I think everyone here can attest that it's worth it. And we love you, and we thank you for all you've done for us. Amen.
Amen. That's so good. So good. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Listen, God loves you. We love you.
Yes.
And have a great
rest
of
of your
night. Rest of your night. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh.